All right, hello and welcome into the show, everyone. I am Preston Poole. That is Tyler. I'm just unadvised here on the Sports Animal YouTube. I bring you the question today: what is football, and why do we really even care about it? It's just a sport played by boys, men. Sometimes it really means nothing when it comes to life, yet
No.
it means everything. Teabag.
Welcome to it. I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm going to be the bigger man today.
I can take it.
No, I know, but I'm not ready for that yet because I'm not ready for that because we'll get into it. I know losing to Texas sucks, but I still think and I know you do too. You just don't want to hear it on the Sunday. There's just still so much to play for.
Yeah.
But back to your original question of what is football? Why do we play this? I wish I just remember this, Preston. I wish I had your pain right now. I wish I had the pain because you know what's worse than not feeling or than being hurt? Not feeling anything at all.
Yeah.
Not feeling anything at all. So I know this sucks. I know it hurts. Welcome to the suckage. September was your month. September was the month of Preston Poole. October hasn't been too kind
At all
to this point.
At all.
But yes, Preston, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything. But also you're lucky that you get to feel this way.
Yeah, football is again just it means nothing, folks. But again, it does mean absolutely everything. So I mean, let's go ahead and let's rip the Band-Aid off and let's talk about the S show that was the OU Texas game down in the Cotton Bowl.
The worst thing is if OU won yesterday, you'd be ecstatic, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But your cheer would not, or your joy would not be the feeling you have like the pain brings you. The pain hurts way more than the joy feels good. And that's the crappy part of the whole thing. That's the worst part of the whole thing.
I was in a dark spot yesterday, right as I guess the game ended during the Thunder game. First of all, I couldn't tell you a thing that happened in the Thunder game last night. And I worked the damn thing. I couldn't tell you the final score, nothing.
I know they lost.
That's how dark of a place I was in. And I had to sit there and deal with Gideon Hamilton for 2.5 hours, 3 hours during and after the game. And he was just loving every second of me spiraling the things that I was saying. It's a good thing we didn't do a show last night, T-Bag, because some of the things I was saying.
I should have come up to the studio for a little bit.
Some of the things that I was saying were probably would have got me fired.
So what were Gideon's little one-liners to you? Give us some examples.
Well, first of all, it's like the third quarter. I'm totally spiraling. I'm like, they're not going to win. There's no chance that they can win this game. Gideon's saying, oh, they're going to win. They'll win by like a touchdown or so. I'm like, no, dude, I've seen this game many times. That doesn't happen. They're losing this game. And then him just egging me on in my rage as well. So it's a good thing that I've had at least 24 hours to sit on it because I had planned on probably using every single cuss word that there is and some that I was going to make up. But I won't do that today because I've had a chance to calm down, get some rest. I also was up at 5 a.m. yesterday, so that played into the fact of me just going unhinged a little bit too. So, but I've had some time to calm down and think about things.
Real quick, I want to apologize. My allergies are killing me today from being outside all day yesterday. So good. I when your eyes are itchy like right here.
Oh yeah,
that's happened to me bad at the moment.
I just thought you were thinking.
Just my whole sinus, just right here with my eyes into my nose. My whole sinus right now is we're playing hurt today. We're not injured, but we're having to run through the pain for sure.
Well, I'll tell you who was playing hurt yesterday. That was John Mateer, because there's no way that guy was should have been playing football. I don't think he was terrible. Threw 3 interceptions. Should have been probably about 5 or 6 interceptions yesterday. I mean, blood was just gushing out of that thumb before halftime. I don't know if you saw that part.
But I didn't notice that. No, real quick. I know you don't want to hear about my struggles right now, but it took me an hour and a half to get home from Stillwater yesterday. Instead
Just
of
traffic so bad.
the I-35 got backed up. It got backed up on the way there. Luckily, I missed that, but because I had to get there earlier than most people did. And then coming home, I guess there's a wreck. 3 hours before the game and 3 hours after the game. It was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
So pretty much the entire midway through the entire second quarter through midway the entire third quarter, I had it on, but I was like, one, I was driving, so I was like listening to the game. And then secondly, I was doing the post game and all that stuff. So there was about a whole quarter out of the 3 quarter or 4 quarters, 1 quarter, like where I'm just like, I couldn't tell you what happened.
Well, you didn't
I know
miss
about
much.
the half though. I was watching that. I was stuck on I was going 0 miles an hour on I-35. I was watching.
I just don't get the clock management, the time management. It's so dumb. But anyways, Mateer, I mean, basically both ass cheeks were just covered in blood because he was just wiping that thumb on his back, or his butt, I should say. And it was just blood. That's what it was. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that guy was ready and good to go.
No, and he probably didn't practice a lot either.
You could tell 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Kirk Herbstreit was talking about. He's he's playing hurt stuff. He's like, but his eyes aren't looking at where they need to be looking either.
Yeah. No, I mean, that interception he threw to end the half, Deion Burks wasn't even in the same zip code as that ball.
Right. That was right to the Texas guy.
And there were some that, again, he threw just right at Texas. There should have been a pick six that the defensive back just dropped. All that being said, the defense was good. They only gave up 1 touchdown. That's a bright spot.
They were good enough.
Yeah. That's a defense that played well enough to win you the game. So here are some of my notes. Some of these were from last night in a fit of rage. Some of these were later at night when I had a chance to calm down a little bit.
Did you drink alcohol last night?
I did not. I did not.
Okay.
By the time I got home, it was like almost 10:30. I'd been up since 5 a.m. I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
I'm going to bed. First thought: how embarrassing is it to not score a touchdown against Texas in back-to-back years, and 3 out of the 4 times that you play them under Brent Venables? And by the way, T-Bag, they average 11. Technically, not even 11. It's 10.75 points they average against Texas, and the 4 times that Brent Venables has played them as the head coach. That is flat out embarrassing.
It's not good against your rival. It's not good.
It's just, I don't get it. I was screaming that at the top of my lungs yesterday in the studio. No one could hear me, and it's just driving me insane. Again, clear that Mateer hadn't practiced since his injury. Very, very clear that's the case. I think that Brent said after the game he was cleared to play on Thursday. So that tells me he didn't throw football till like Thursday.
Yeah.
Or maybe Wednesday, something like that.
The practice indoors thing too. Now, I mean, that's hindsight. 2020.
Yeah.
But that seems like it was just a distraction, or like a unnecessary distraction that did not need to be happening.
Yeah. By the way, Jeffrey, we will get to the Auburn game last night here in a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
So I have some thoughts on that.
I have a thought as well.
Another thought out. Hang on. My typing was not good because I was just very pissed off. OU had the ultimate get out of jail free card in this whole scenario, T-Bag, where the AP voters in the country sit back and say, okay, well, their starting quarterback was hurt and didn't play, and that would be them playing Michael Hawkins because they would have got their ass kicked with Michael Hawkins at quarterback as well. So it wouldn't have mattered. And the country sits back and says, oh, well, John Mateer was hurt. He didn't play. Michael Hawkins played, and OU lost by, whatever they lost by and didn't score a touchdown. That was the get out of jail free card. And they said, no, we want to go to jail. We like jail. We like the
You had to play Mateer. You had to play Mateer.
I get it, and I understand why.
Like that's a
But
Mateer
also,
with
it's like
a Mateer with the broken hand is better than Michael Hawkins.
I understand, but they were losing the game either way. He gets another week of rest, so it doesn't matter.
I guess I should have argued you here on anything because this is just you letting your irrational
Yeah,
thoughts out that you totally won't believe in about 3 weeks.
yeah, no, 100%. Brent Venables continues to prove that he has no concept of clock management. I
Yeah,
think that is true.
that one is yeah. Like that. The clock management thing was just something I've just kind of been sitting back and waiting on, and
Yeah,
not like in a mischievous like.
and then it
Oh,
hasn't messed with him this year yet
no,
until yesterday.
that's this whole off season or this whole first 5 weeks. You know, it's just kind of like in the back of your mind. I think everyone kind of knows, like they got a gauntlet of these 6 games coming up, 7 games, whatever. 6 games, 6 games.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
6 games coming up, five more now. It's like, and one of these is Brent Venables is gonna prove
F it up, clock management
he has
wise. Yeah,
figured out the clock management or F it up, and he
yeah,
effed it up bad yesterday. I not saying that Texas wouldn't come out and not dominate the second half like they did if they settle with the field goal and are up 9-3, but the momentum is probably a little bit more still on your side because Texas got that interception. Like, we're getting the ball back if we go score here, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and again, that's not really a hindsight thing for me on my part because, like, I remember saying, I was like, I kicked the field goal here. I was like, this is
Yeah.
obviously a defensive battle. We were saying all week it's going to
They
be a defensive
wasted
battle.
20 seconds. They had 30
and then
seconds on the clock.
and then wasting all the time as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
It just blew my mind. It was crazy. And then the last point that I just want to reiterate to all the Sooner fans out there, they have averaged 11 points a game against Texas, and you should be embarrassed that your head coach has yet to prove that he can consistently score touchdowns. Teabag. They were the only top 25 team in the country yesterday that didn't score a goddamn touchdown. That is insane.
That's not good. The run game. This is the thing where I think every OU fan and everyone that's been watching OU football has been saying, hey, they do have an Achilles heel that hasn't come to knock them down yet, and it's that run game. And yesterday showed when you play a really good defense
yesterday. Yeah.
When you play a really good defense, like Auburn and Michigan have good defenses. When you play a great to an elite defense like Texas does, like Alabama does or an LSU does, or an Oklahoma does, you have to be able to run the football consistently. Texas was able to run the football yesterday, and OU was
like
not.
140 something yards rushing, I think Texas did.
OU
had Ann sack yesterday after having 10 sacks against Auburn. I mean, Florida was eating the Texas offensive line's lunch last week in Gainesville, and Oklahoma just came out and it seemed like they were playing patty cake most of the game on offense. Defense was good. Again, they only gave up a touchdown to Texas yesterday. That punt return, I'm not counting that on the defense. That was just a stupid play where there probably was a block in the back, but again, that doesn't matter because Oklahoma just couldn't score a touchdown. Even when they were getting close on that one John Mateer run, they had a holding call. They had another holding call on a nice run as well. So it was pathetic, and Oklahoma fans should be embarrassed. I know that I'm embarrassed. Everyone that wears crimson and cream should be embarrassed about what happened in the Cotton Bowl and what's happened consistently in the Cotton Bowl with Brent Venables as the head coach. And look, I'm not calling for jobs. That's not what I do. But it's pathetic that you can't score a touchdown against the University of Texas.
I will say this. If the offense can't get it, if this is an 8-4 season, 9-3 season, Brent keeps his job. But it's the offense is just like, especially the offensive line and running game.
Yeah.
There's a certain offensive line coach and a certain running back coach that they might need to look to move on from.
And I don't think it's necessarily the running backs. I think the running backs are fine. I mean, Blaylock is good, but it's
but DeMarco just hasn't had that star though altogether.
Yeah.
And it's
you're right.
It's like, if you're going to try to have to improve your running game, you probably have to let go, cut ties to both.
Yeah, and I think Blaylock could be that star, right? I mean, he's only a freshman right now, but they can't block to save their
Yeah,
lives. I
yeah. I
mean,
mean,
there
it's
there were plays where John Mateer had a nice pocket to throw the ball. And there were plays. I don't even think there were any plays really where they could run the damn ball unless they had a holding penalty. It's just, oh my god, it's that offense. Their leading rusher had what, 40 yards yesterday. 40 yards.
short.
Hell, they might have had 40 yards as a team. I might be
No,
getting it wrong.
yeah. They had 48 yards as a team.
Um,
They look at 33 of them.
yeah, 33 yards the leading rusher had. That is just pathetic. It's disgusting and pathetic. Wisner had 94 yards for Texas. They had 138 yards rushing as a team. Again, they couldn't run the ball last week, and I know they didn't have Wisner last week, so that probably makes a difference for them. But it's from watching them play against Florida to watching them play against Oklahoma, complete night and day. I mean, they were one of the worst teams on third down, teabag, in the country heading into that game yesterday, and they were terrible on third downs in the first half, but in the second half, they picked up. It seemed like every third down.
Let's have that conversation. I mean, Arch looked really good yesterday. I mean, that was, I don't want to say coming out party, but that's what looked like what could be a coming out party to do that in the Cotton
Yeah.
Bowl, to put it together like he did in the
Well, and
end.
I think he did what they asked him to do, just check down Charlie in the first half,
And then
and
the second half, it
second
was a
half they
tale
got
of
the
two
run
games for
game
them.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, Archibald looked really good. Texas was able to run the ball. 4.3 yards a carry, 138 yards. Are you worried about the defense? Like I'm not. I know the defense isn't bad. But are you worried that, okay, maybe this isn't a top 5 defense, maybe there's more in the 15, 12 to 15 range defense?
No, because they still rank up there statistically after this game, anyway. So I think it's still a good defense. I just think
Okay.
they missed some tackles that I think that's
Well,
fixable stuff for them.
and I'm with you. Like I would need to see more than one sample size of what we saw yesterday. And also the defense. I mean, the offense wasn't giving them much of a break at all.
At all. I mean, they were on the field most
So
of the second half, it felt like.
yeah. So I mean, they messages. I mean, they
And
were
when
just
that
beat
happens and
by
it
the end.
was 95 degrees in the Cotton Bowl yesterday,
And
like,
you're on the sideline with the sun and not the shade.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, there's a tough road ahead. And the Sooners aren't dead yet, folks. I'll say that. They're not dead. They're not out of it at the moment. They can still make the playoffs. They're not going to make the SEC championship game, I don't think, but they can still make the playoffs with at least probably 2 more losses, depending who those losses are, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be tough, and your offense has to show up in those games. Your offense can't do what they did yesterday in these games coming up, because if not, you're going to lose. Probably, I mean, you're probably going to beat South Carolina. That's going to be a close game, I would say, depending on exactly how much John Mateer practices this week and how healthy that he is. Ole Miss looks beatable. Washington State kind of took them to the brink yesterday. Tennessee got taken to the brink by Arkansas yesterday. Alabama and Missouri, that was a great game between those two teams. Those are going to be 2 tough games. And then LSU still
What about
hasn't.
the home games?
Yeah, LSU still hasn't really blown me out of the water yet this season. I know they beat Clemson pretty good, but we know what Clemson is now, right? So,
LSU is beatable for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, every team's beatable, but every team's also losable. Like
Yeah.
that's just the
Oh,
reality.
100%. Yeah,
I mean,
especially.
are you labeling Saturday as a must win?
Yeah, the rest of the games are must wins. If you want to make the playoffs, the rest of these games are must wins.
I mean, if you yeah, I guess, because if you're 10-1 playing LSU, then you're probably playing to get an SEC championship.
Yeah.
But that's not really a must win, because I mean, like,
I mean,
championships are
technically no, but you don't want to lose 2 in a row, because then that's when stuff starts to happen, right? Like, people are getting.
No. What I'm saying is, like, if OU lost to LSU, they're not in the SEC championship.
Oh,
which
yeah.
would probably be like.
And let's be honest, they're not.
Do you really want to win? Do you really want to play the conference championship these days? Like, you just want to get to the playoff.
Hell will freeze over before Oklahoma makes it to the conference championship game this year, after what I just saw yesterday in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, and also, I think we already have a team that's stamped their foot, ready to go. I think A&M. I think A&M's in the playoff.
A&M.
Their schedule is very manageable. Like I know they got LSU and Missouri on the road, but if they just go one of those, I think they can beat Texas. I think A&M's really good. They're just taking care of
Yeah.
business. They're the only team in the SEC that's just taking care of business week in and week out like they should be.
What was the final score of that game yesterday? I don't remember.
34-17, and they're in control the whole time.
Yeah. It was close there for a little bit, but yeah, they pulled away towards the end. I remember that now. So, all right. Well, that's enough of me just getting irrationally angry again for no reason. Let's talk about Section 231 in Stillwater.
Section 231. Preston, it was a reminder because when like I was telling you at the beginning, I was like, I am jealous that you are mad right now and that you probably had a hard time just sleeping last night and woke up in a rage. Like I wish I had that because like the worst thing is when you just don't feel anything at all. Like the worst thing is whenever you're tied 10-10 and you have a chance to go up 17-0, the next thing you know it's like 31-10. You're like, yeah, like whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
Section 231 yesterday, though, reminded me why I love college football and why I love
the simple things in life, right?
There was one guy. So because I sat with my parents yesterday at our seats, and where our seats are is literally diagonal to the student section.
Yeah.
You'd see right across to them. And I noticed in the student section by halftime was maybe like 500 people, like all together. Like it was sparse in there, which I don't blame the students at all. If I was a student, this year, 11 a.m. versus Houston, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably not showing up.
Or you show up at like halftime or so if the game is
good, or if you do show up, you leave
early,
pretty quick. Yeah. Like you go have a beer and be like, all right, I went, and then you leave. But there was so the entire upper deck of the student section is empty. Like no one is in there. And I've never seen it like that in my life. It was actually sad because I've literally never seen where like there's just empty sections. Like there's been emptier sections, but at least there'll be like 15 people in them or something. It was empty up there completely. And it was sad. But Section 231, one guy walked over there. And I guess the story's coming out, this guy's been getting interviewed and stuff. I guess his sister, I bet him $10, like you won't go, sit in the student section shirtless. He's like, all right, deal. So he went over there, and I see him, like I see a guy sitting up there because he's literally all by himself over there. Like kind of can't, if he's look over there, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
And he's just shirtless. He's just waving his shirt, and I was like, oh, this guy's hilarious. So I took a video of it, and then right when I took the video, another guy went up there and joined him, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Then 2 minutes later, 2 other guys join him, so it's 4 of them now. And then they show him on the Jumbotron on a third down because they're all shirtless, just going crazy. And after they showed him on the Jumbotron, it was a migration. Just did not stop. There were kids running over there. Like there was like, me and my dad were like wailing, laughing because in our section there's just kids just sprinting down the stairs, like 4 of them, probably like 10 years old. Just running over to the student section. They're ripping off their shirts. There's old men. There's like videos of old men in the student section doing this. And it was just a good reminder of like, hey, like this sucks. Like our football team sucks. We all know it does. Everyone sees it. It is what it is. Even the players know we suck at this point. Like the players thought that was the best thing in the world yesterday because that's where we're at in the program. Doug Meacham spent like 2 minutes talking about it in the post-game press conference because that's where we're at. But it was just a good reminder of like, this is why college football is just the absolute best. It's just moments like this where it is literally like you were at rock bottom and you're digging more to rock bottom. Like as every play happens, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And then that happens, and Oklahoma State football on the field did not bring me joy yesterday, but a branch of Oklahoma State football brought me joy yesterday, and that was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, here's the video. Let me restart it.
It just grows. Cody Nagel had the best tweet. He said unprompted wideout at Oklahoma State. That's a good one.
Oh man, they just keep coming and coming and coming. That is good stuff. Yeah, eventually it got pretty filled up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was great. It probably like it's loser talk, like it is. Like, and I think everyone knows and accepts it. It
who
was
cares though,
like
right?
the highlight. Exactly. That's like the point I think I'm trying to make. It's like, who cares? Like, this season sucks. We all know it does. Mike Gundy's fired. We're moving on. We're trying to find a next head
Here's
coach.
another one
Whatever happens, happens. But this was
from the
awesome.
OSU athletic department. Says
Yep.
new world record, probably most shirtless guys in a section.
And then if you go to like OSU football right now, you'd act like it was like a game-winning field goal or something.
Oh man, that's good stuff. That is good stuff.
Yeah. Stillwater yesterday, it was good vibes. It was the first time where I felt good vibes there in 2 years. Just because I think people, if you haven't been like this since the day Gundy got fired, I don't know what to tell you. But I think yesterday was really the day everyone's like, let's just have a good time. Like, we're in Stillwater with our friends and family. Let's just have a good time.
Have fun.
The tailgating scene was great. The stadium empty. The tailgating fantastic. Tailgating, I mean, there's probably 60,000 people still there. It's just no one went to the game.
Anything else on the game that stuck out? I mean, obviously we know
the double pass.
that
was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
Crap, what's his name? The third string quarterback. I already forgot his name.
Oh, the guy that just got to campus like a couple months ago. Is that who you're talking about?
No, that's Banks Bowen.
Or no, I meant
Noah Walters.
Yeah.
He had a great touchdown pass to Gavin Freeman. Also, that was right after section 231. Like, that's part of the lore no one talks about, is OSU scored a touchdown in the middle of all this.
Oh,
and Gavin Freeman instantly ran straight over there and started pointing at them and like gave him like the love. And I was like, that's awesome.
Funny. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Gavin Freeman's a good football player, by the way. He's a good little football player. I think he's got an extra year of eligibility. I'd like to keep him.
Yeah, nice little in-state guy. Obviously, played 2 years at OU and then
his touchdown. I mean, it was like a 33-yard touchdown. I mean, he caught it and probably had to run like 20 yards. He made some good shifty moves, and he's just kind of been Mr. Reliable.
All right, let's talk about this Georgia-Auburn game. Georgia. Well, first of all, I saw this tweet and it was just hilarious because it was after, I believe, Jackson Arnold tried to QB sneak it into the end zone and the referees ruled it a fumble, which it was probably a touchdown because the ball got technically over the goal line and that's technically a touchdown. And then he fumbled the ball. So I would probably say that was a touchdown, but the referees ruled a fumble. But someone tweeted, man, what did Hugh Freeze do to deserve all this bad karma? And I just sat back and thought, you're right. I feel sorry for the Auburn fans.
He's a man of God, Preston. Yeah. Preston. He's a man of God.
I feel bad for the Auburn fans, kind of, but I don't feel bad at all for Hugh Freeze. He's not a good guy. And if he loses the rest of his games at Auburn, then I'll be smiling and be happy.
Yesterday was probably the battle of the two most insufferable douchebags in college football: Kirby Smart and Hugh Freeze.
Kirby Smart, by the way,
gaslighting all of us, saying he wasn't calling a timeout.
He's like running down, going like this. I was clapping.
Timeout. No, it's clapping. God, he's a douchebag as well. Preston, I want to give a shout out to the Auburn fans because, as we all know, with our beloved Auburn fans, they're passionate.
Yeah.
And their moral senses when it comes to Auburn football go out the window. Anything else in life, they're great people. They're fantastic people. If an old lady was crossing a street, an Auburn fan would be the first to help her. But if you're talking about Auburn football, those morals do not exist. That is why Hugh Freeze is their football coach, for starters. But I want to give props to them because I was certain that they were going to be throwing stuff on the field because the OU game where I forgot what even happened in the OU game.
It was the Satania touchdown where it looked like he was going to run
That's
off
right.
the field.
Yes.
And then obviously no one for Auburn covered him. Mateer threw it to him wide open. I mean, no one within 50 yards of him for a touchdown.
So they feel like they got jobbed already in an SEC game.
Mind you, which was only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks ago at this point.
So they already feel like they got jobbed or jabbed against OU, and they got one taken by the refs in that game. And then last night happens where they're about to go 17-0. Jackson Arnold fumbles, which questionable call. I think it was bang bang. I think he probably crossed it.
Yeah.
But they didn't call it on the field, and so they made the right call because
I think in the NFL that would be a touchdown, right?
Yeah, and there was not indisputable evidence.
Yeah.
There was not indisputable evidence in my eyes. I do think he crossed it, but it wasn't like Garrett. Like that is undisputable.
It was bang bang play. Basically.
They made the right call by upholding what they called in the field.
Yeah.
But if I was an Auburn fan, holy shit, would I be pissed off? And then the game just completely flips. You feel the game flip right there because then Georgia goes down and drives the field, almost scores a touchdown, but gets held to a field goal. And then they go down, and tie. Next thing you know, it's a 10-0 ball game instead of a 17-0 ball game. And this whole time, the refs are doing reviews, are taking 5 minutes, 10 minutes. One of their players getting ejected for questionable targeting that took 20 minutes to review. I would have been throwing stuff on the field. Like, I would have been like, this, dude. I would have been so pissed off. I was mad for Auburn fans, like, in that moment, because I was like, I understand how mad you are. So shout out to them for not throwing things onto the field.
Wasn't it Texas and Georgia where Texas threw stuff on the field last year?
Yeah, Texas did.
Yeah, they reversed it. They reversed it. So yeah, maybe you just need to start throwing stuff.
I remember OSU started throwing stuff on the field in Bedlam in 2021. OSU fans, but that was literally just because everyone was mad because they went up 9.
Yeah,
like that wasn't like anything at the refs or the coaches. Everyone was just like, "Damn it."
So yeah, that game was crazy. Georgia ended up winning that one 20-10 in Auburn. LSU, South Carolina, that one was close for a little bit. LSU pulled away at the end.
LSU's not good.
I don't think so either. Tennessee escapes Arkansas 34-31.
I wanted to lock Arkansas so bad. I shot away because but the Bobby Petrino bump, we all just knew that was going to happen. Like how did none of us just empty the bank accounts on taking Arkansas plus points?
Utah beats down on Arizona State yesterday as well. Colorado rushed the field on Iowa State. Did you see the kid get crushed by the goalpost? And they had to have a bunch of people lifted up to get him out from underneath it. Florida State is dead. They've lost 3 in a row. They lost to Pitt. And speaking of another program that is dead now, and that is the Penn State Nittany Lions, as they lost 2 of the worst losses in their program's history, probably 2 of the worst losses in college football history. They lost on the road to UCLA a week ago, and then they lost at home yesterday to Northwestern, and now they're looking for a new head football coach. I think it's probably a little bit too overreactionary in my opinion. But again, I'm not there in Happy Valley and have boots on the ground and know exactly what's going on with that program. But to me, it seems like James Franklin had a good enough history there at Penn State to at least keep his job until next year. It's basically would have been
James Franklin is so water.
Look, I already said get ready to learn America's Brightest Orange, buddy. So if Oklahoma State didn't at least immediately call him once that news came out, then I think there's something wrong with him.
No, well, James Franklin's Franklin.
He wins football games. He doesn't win big football games, but he wins football games.
Exactly. And that's why like it's like, would I buy into James Franklin? Absolutely. Have I started to justify why James Franklin would be a good hire? Absolutely. Is James Franklin also someone that you scoop down to be like, please pick me? I think so, because I think OSU is a we're going to use this in in boy girl terms. I think OSU is an attractive female that maybe is a little insecure and could scoop down to that instead of going for the up and coming successful hotshot young guy. They're going to go for the old wash up old man. He
So
just got $50 million in human nature will tell you he's going to get a
so
little.
you're saying that Oklahoma State is looking for an older man who has a bunch of money.
Yeah, and I think they should go for the young hot guy. That's what I think.
But you know what?
But that boy can recruit. So
sometimes the old rich man is what you need. Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So
it'd be dirty. It'd be dirty, and I'd feel good dirty. But I mean, it's like I just keep going. Hear me out.
Yeah. That's your
worse
hear
hires.
Me out.
This is a good safe hire.
Yeah. Like at Vanderbilt he was good, and then at Penn
he's a good football coach.
Penn State he had a few years where the record wasn't good, and obviously this year the wheels on the train or whatever the saying is just completely fell off, and things were absolutely terrible and are terrible. But I'm interested to see where that Penn State program goes going forward, because historically I know they've won national, maybe one or two national championships. I don't know how much, but in my lifetime they've just been mediocre. In your lifetime they've just been mediocre. They haven't been what they were under Joe Pa.
Yes, but in the NIL day and age, with how much money they have, I think it's a little different.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's like A&M. It's like A&M. It's like 7 years ago, A&M is not a desire. That's not the right words. It's a desired job. It's a top 20, top 15 desired job. 7-8 years ago. Now with the money they have, it's like, is that a top 5 job in the country just because of the resources?
Well, and let's be honest, NIL is nothing new to guys like Texas A&M. They've been paying guys for a while, so I think we all know that. And I'm not saying other programs haven't. I'm just saying A&M definitely has been paying people for some time.
and OSU definitely were not on probation at the exact same time in the early 90s for paying players. That definitely never happened.
Barry Switzer never bought anybody.
Pat Jones and Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson never did anything bad at Miami either.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And Nick Saban, he built that dynasty pre-NIL all for free.
Yeah, 100%. All right, anything else in college football, or do you even want to get into
Indiana?
The NFL? Indiana with upset win at Oregon. They're what,
top 3 team in the country. Ohio State, Miami, and Indiana. Those are the three best
highest ranking ever in school history for them.
What are they? 3 right now?
Yeah, number 3 in the country right now after the new AP poll. By the way, Oklahoma only dropped to 14. I thought they dropped down to around 20. So they're still in the top 15. Texas jumps up into the top 20. So into the top 25, excuse me. I think they're 21. So that's about all I got on college football. We can go quickly through the NFL if you want to.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Boring day of the NFL.
Yeah, not really too much. We started off in London, Broncos Jets. That was an okay game. Colts Cardinals was a close one.
That was a fun one.
Colts ended up winning that one. Patriots Saints was a little bit more fun than it should have been.
Saints they try hard.
Yeah, they at least are trying to do something there.
I tip my cap to them.
Steelers and Browns. Steelers just run away with that one. The Browns just aren't any good. And how about them Cowboys? They lose to the Panthers on the last second
fade
field goal.
The Panthers next week. Everyone remember to fade the Panthers next week. It's 1 week bad or 1 week good, 2 weeks bad. That's what they do.
And I'm glad before the season I said the Panthers would be fun to watch, because they are fun to watch.
Yeah.
They are fun to watch.
They're fun to watch when they're fun to watch.
Yes,
they're
exactly.
not fun to
Sometimes
watch,
it's bad.
Fun to watch.
Sometimes it's good. Seattle takes down the Jags. I sniffed this one out from the jump.
I did too. I've made 2 bets today. The over in Buccaneers 49ers. Cha-ching. And I took the Seahawks money line because I was like, this is a definition of a hungry dog, a team that needs a win.
I think I took Seahawks -1.5. I had talk about a bad beat here, T-Bag. So I said, you know what, my Chargers, they're on the road against the Dolphins. They're going to win by a touchdown or two. I'll take Chargers minus 3.5.
They won the game. They won the game for us.
They won. They kicked the field goal at the end with 5 seconds left in the
Mhm.
game to go up by 2. Miami, no timeouts. They've got one play. What happens? Tua throws it right to Derwin James. And boy, does he have the most open field imaginable. He could have just waltzed into the end zone, and I win my bet. But the morally sound Derwin James, what does he do?
You're good. You guys are good guys.
He stepped out of bounds, and I said, God dang it, man. I could have had the minus 3.5 right there. But you know what? A win is a win.
Yeah, that sucks.
A win is a win. And then the Ravens just continue to suck. They lost to the Rams today, 17-3.
Yeah.
Not good for them.
I'm stoked for tonight.
Yeah, tonight should be a good one. Lions, Chiefs. I think the Chiefs fall to 2-4.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what to take in this. I've been thinking about what to take in this game, and I don't know.
The over seems pretty steep at 51.5.
It does, and these are two decent defenses.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what the Chiefs' offense is going to be.
I think the under might be the play because I'm staying away from Kansas City minus 2.5 or the flip side of that, the Lions plus 2.5. I'm staying away from that. I think the under might be the play.
Might as well take anything at that point. I'll probably just bet. Hey, I'm 2-0 today. I'll go 2-1. I'll take the over for.
You know what you can do? You can bet Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. I think Jahmyr Gibbs will at least get a touchdown.
It's funny you say that. I had a friend text me. I got a buddy of mine that texts me literally every Sunday during the NFL season, and or sometimes on Saturdays too. He said, "Give me an anytime touchdown today," because he adds it to a parlay. Like he just asks random people and just does a parlay of it. And today my pick was Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. How about the Buccaneers, by the way? They are currently beating the 49ers. The Buccaneers have their top 3 wide receivers out currently right now. Mike Evans is hurt. Chris Godwin is hurt. And Emeka Egbuka pulled a hammy today during the game, so he's out. Emeka Egbuka was on pace to be Rookie of the Year in the NFC, I think. So that sucks for them, but they're winning right now against the 49ers. So shout out to them. That was also one of my bets, the Bucks minus 3.5. So I'm feeling pretty good about that with 2 minutes left in that.
Fred Warner.
Yeah.
I guess I was trying to look because Nick Martin, is on the 49ers, and I went to go look. I was like, I haven't heard anything about him this season. He hasn't played, and so I did some research, and I think he's just been a practice squad guy that they're about to elevate, which is shocking because I know they're very high on him drafting him.
I see him here as out.
He might be hurt right now.
He's the second string.
Okay, then he must be hurt.
Yeah,
I just haven't seen anything on him getting hurt. So
he has I don't know what the injury is, but he just has the O next to his name. So I'm guessing he's out.
He needs to find a way to get healthy because now's his time.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Bears Monday night
must look good.
2-0. You're 2-0, or you're on a 2-game win streak, I should say.
2-game win streak. The schedule sets up. Just win tomorrow. Win. Priority number 1. But if you don't win, but everything, it's
looks
nothing. It looks good. Then you got the Saints coming up at home. Then you got the Ravens. Then you got the Bengals. You could be looking at 5-3 right there with the Giants, which is a winnable game at home.
Maybe.
And then after that, the schedule gets a lot tougher. But if you're 6-3, you got the belief. Belief. And I got the belief.
By the way, the Giants have turned into world beaters now at this point. So
they're awesome, dude.
They are very fun to watch. I
was thinking the other day, I was like, I wish Gronk was able to be on this team because if you had the running back, the quarterback, and a pass catcher, these 3 meatheads, oh my God.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
The best who was it? Did you see the interview? I forgot who. I can't remember who it was. It was one of the Giants players. And he's talking about Cam Scotty. He's like, he's genuinely an idiot. Like, he's like, he needs to be thankful for football every day.
Yeah. If you're out there, look up some of the stuff that Cam Scatterboot does in like meetings and stuff like that. He truly is a complete nut, but that's what you want as a running back.
Yeah, and Jackson Dart follows suit. Jackson Dart is like they're like
the other way
it's like a bromance.
the referee.
Yeah, they're like a bromance together. They just feed
by the
off
way,
one another.
I think the Giants are gonna get fined for the whole concussion stuff. Like review, which
he was so concussed.
Well, it's not even that. It's Dayball went to the injury tent to like check and make sure he's okay, and he's not supposed to do that. And everyone made a big deal. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Did you see the video of when Russell Wilson threw the pass?
Oh, it was pathetic.
Well, did you see Dayball's reaction?
Oh no.
Oh my God, Preston. I got to just pull this up. Here, go pull up your. Can you pull up your Twitter on your computer, maybe?
Yeah, if you send it to me, I can pop it up real quick and we can watch it. Oops, wrong screen.
Okay. All right, I'm DMing it to you right now. It's so funny. Oops. All right.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't see this.
I did not.
I didn't notice it. I noticed it in the game, but I didn't notice. Like I was like, who's he yelling at? The owner?
All right, let me pause this so it doesn't just completely run the whole time. Turn that down. And share screen.
So if we're taking the kids to class, we're going to do a film breakdown here. All right, so Russell Wilson just threw the worst football of your lot that you've ever seen. Brian Daboll goes and yells at the team doctor while Jackson darts the medical tent. He's like,
I did not see that.
Russell Wilson, the pass that Russell Wilson threw to was like 10 yards.
Oh, it skipped in there.
It's one of the worst passes you've ever seen. And Brian Daboll is like, do you see this? Like, get Jackson Dart back in the game right now.
I literally, hang on, let me go to my profile, media. I made this. I made that literally right after he threw that ball.
Dude,
that's how bad it was.
Yeah. Brian Daboll just ripping the doctor right after that. I was like, dude, like you cannot let me have this guy out there. Like, do you see this guy? He's horrible.
It was bad. All right. Anything else before we wrap it up?
No, but yeah, Thursday. The one that I say about Thursday night was just an NFL Rocks game. That was an NFL. Like it had it all. It had meatheads, coaches yelling at doctors.
It was awesome. And a big upset, obviously. By the Giants. So, all right. Well,
you could be a Philly sports / Penn State fan today.
It could be worse.
They've had it rough.
Could be worse. Yeah. Could be worse. All right, that's gonna do it for us. I've got a football game on Thursday, so our only show this week. Well, I've got a Thunder game on Tuesday, so we'll figure out when our next show is. We've got to the point of the year where we've got a jam-packed schedule, so we'll have to sneak in shows whenever we can. But we'll tweet that out whenever we do intend on going live. But until then, everyone have a good one. Enjoy the rest of football for today and tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys are probably off work tomorrow for the holiday, so it's Columbus Day or and is it Indigenous People Day, I believe.
We don't get federal holidays off.
No, we do not. But all right, everyone, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. See you.